At the dawn of the 20th century, America was changing its rhythm. Factories were rising, cities were growing, and the idea of motion captured the imagination of a young generation. In the city of Milwaukee, a quiet spark was about to ignite a legend. This story begins not in a grand workshop, but in a modest wooden garage behind the Davidson family home. William S. Harley was a young man fascinated by engineering and speed. He believed that a small engine could transform an ordinary bicycle into something powerful and practical. With notebook sketches and careful calculations, he dreamed of creating a machine that could carry a rider farther and faster than human strength alone. Arthur Davidson, his close friend, shared this belief. Together, they decided to turn imagination into reality. The first engine they built was simple and far from perfect. When tested, it struggled on hills and revealed the limits of its early design. Yet failure did not weaken their resolve. Instead, it sharpened their focus. They returned to the garage, redesigned the engine, and increased its power. This second attempt proved that their idea could truly work. Soon, Walter Davidson and William A. Davidson joined the effort, bringing skill, energy, and confidence. What started as a personal experiment became a shared mission. In 1903, their first successful motorcycle was completed and sold. It was not merely a machine. It was a promise of freedom, independence, and mechanical innovation. This humble beginning marked the birth of Harley-Davidson, a name that would grow far beyond that small garage, carried forward by ambition, persistence, and a belief that the road ahead was worth chasing. As the first motorcycles found their riders, word began to travel through Milwaukee and beyond. What William Harley and the Davidson brothers had created was no longer a private experiment. Demand grew quietly but steadily, carried by riders who spoke of reliability, strength, and a machine that felt alive beneath them. The small garage could no longer contain their ambitions. In the early years, every improvement came from close observation. Engines were refined, frames strengthened, and each new model reflected lessons learned on real roads. By 1907, the founders made a decisive step forward. The company was formally incorporated, transforming a shared passion into a structured business. This moment marked the transition from youthful invention to professional manufacturing. A new factory rose in Milwaukee, symbolizing confidence in the future. Inside its walls, production increased, but craftsmanship remained central. Each motorcycle was built with care, reflecting pride in both function and form. Riders began to recognize the name Harley-Davidson as a sign of quality rather than novelty. Innovation continued to shape the company's identity. In 1909, the introduction of the V-twin engine changed everything. The deeper sound, stronger power, and improved performance set these motorcycles apart from competitors. This engine design quickly became a signature, giving the brand a personality that riders could hear before they could see. By the end of the first decade, Harley-Davidson was no longer just surviving. It was growing with purpose. Dealers appeared in new regions, racing successes boosted reputation, and the motorcycles became symbols of modern American engineering. The road ahead was still uncertain, but the foundation was firm, built on discipline, innovation, and an unshakable belief in forward motion. As the second decade of the 20th century unfolded, the world moved toward conflict, and Harley-Davidson found itself tested in ways the founders could never have imagined. When the United States entered the First World War, the military needed reliable machines that could travel quickly across rough terrain. Harley-Davidson answered that call. Thousands of motorcycles were produced for military use, carrying messengers, supplies, and soldiers through unpredictable conditions. This wartime service changed the company forever. The motorcycles proved their durability under extreme pressure, earning trust not only from the military, but also from the public at home. When the war ended, returning soldiers remembered the machines that had served them faithfully. Many became customers, choosing Harley-Davidson for civilian life because it had already proven itself in battle. The years that followed brought rapid expansion. By 1920, Harley-Davidson had become the largest motorcycle manufacturer in the world. Dealers operated in dozens of countries, and the brand crossed oceans, reaching riders far beyond American borders. Each motorcycle exported carried more than mechanical parts. It carried a story of American ingenuity and resilience. Racing also played a vital role in this era. Harley-Davidson motorcycles competed and won, reinforcing the image of speed and power. These victories were not only about trophies. They were demonstrations of engineering excellence, visible proof that the machines could outperform rivals. Despite growing size and global reach, the company held tightly to its original spirit. Innovation remained practical, focused on real riders and real roads. Harley-Davidson was no longer a local success story. It had become a global name, shaped by war, strengthened by growth, and driven by an enduring connection between machine and rider. As the world moved through economic depression and into another global war, Harley-Davidson once again faced uncertainty. The Great Depression reduced consumer spending, and many motorcycle companies disappeared. Harley-Davidson survived by adapting carefully, producing smaller numbers while maintaining quality. Discipline and experience, earned over decades, helped the company endure when others failed. During the Second World War, history repeated itself. Harley-Davidson became a key supplier for the United States military, producing tens of thousands of motorcycles designed for harsh conditions. These machines traveled across Europe and the Pacific, reinforcing the brand's reputation for strength and reliability. When peace returned, the company once again benefited from soldiers who trusted the motorcycles they had ridden during wartime. The decades that followed brought new challenges. By the 1960s and 70s, competition from Japanese manufacturers increased dramatically. These new rivals offered motorcycles that were cheaper, lighter, and more fuel efficient. Harley-Davidson struggled with quality issues and internal changes, including shifts in ownership and management. For the first time, the company's future felt genuinely threatened. Yet within this crisis, a powerful identity emerged. Riders did not see Harley-Davidson as just transportation. They saw it as culture, sound, and attitude. The deep engine note, the heavy steel frames, and the sense of freedom created a bond that competitors could not easily copy. Loyal riders formed clubs, organized rides, and built a community around the brand. In the early 1980s, Harley-Davidson reclaimed control of its destiny through a management buyout. This moment marked a turning point. The company refocused on quality, craftsmanship, and its core identity. Survival was no longer enough. Harley-Davidson was preparing for rebirth. The rebirth of Harley-Davidson in the late 20th century was not driven by nostalgia alone. It was guided by a clear understanding of what the brand truly meant to its riders. The company invested heavily in improving build quality, refining engines, and restoring pride in every motorcycle that left the factory. One of the most important results of this effort was the Evolution engine, which helped rebuild trust and signaled a return to mechanical excellence. At the same time, Harley-Davidson embraced its community. Riders were no longer seen only as customers, but as partners in the brand story. The Harley Owners Group strengthened connections across cities and countries, turning individual riders into a global brotherhood. Events, rallies, and long road journeys reinforced the emotional bond between people and machines. As the world entered the 21st century, Harley-Davidson faced a new reality. Markets changed, younger generations looked for different experiences, and technology reshaped transportation. Instead of resisting change, the company explored new paths while honoring its roots. New models appeared, blending classic design with modern engineering, while electric motorcycles hinted at the future of mobility. Despite these changes, the core message remained unchanged. Harley-Davidson was never just about speed or efficiency. It was about freedom, identity, and the relationship between rider and road. Each motorcycle carried echoes of a small garage in Milwaukee. Wartime endurance, global expansion, and hard-earned survival. Today, Harley-Davidson stands as a living story rather than a finished chapter. Its history continues to inspire because it proves that passion, resilience, and authenticity can carry a brand across generations. The road stretches forward open and uncertain, just as it did at the very beginning.